On a frigid night in February 1959, 9 seasoned hikers pitched their tent in the unforgiving Ural Mountains of Russia. Little did they know it would be their final expedition. Weeks later, search parties stumbled upon a chilling scene. The hikers' tent stood eerily empty, ripped open from the inside. Their belongings lay untouched, neatly arranged as if for an ordinary night. But the occupants were gone, having fled into the biting cold without coats or proper footwear. The temperature that night had plummeted to a bone-chilling -30 degrees Celsius. What rescuers discovered next would baffle investigators for decades to come. Some of the hikers were found frozen solid, half-clothed in the snow. Others bore gruesome injuries that defied explanation. Crushed skulls, shattered ribs, and in one horrifying case, a missing tongue. Yet the scene was devoid of any signs of struggle or attack. No footprints save for those of the hikers themselves led away from the camp. Soviet authorities launched an investigation, but their conclusion only deepened the mystery. They attributed the deaths to an unknown compelling force, a vague explanation that raised more questions than it answered. As years passed, theories multiplied like wildfire. Some proposed an avalanche had forced the group to hastily cut their way out of the tent. But experts quickly dismissed this idea, pointing out that the terrain was far too flat for such an occurrence. Others suggested the hikers had been driven to panic by terrifying sounds, perhaps caused by peculiar wind patterns known to create infrasound, a phenomenon capable of triggering intense fear and disorientation in humans. Yet, the most unsettling theories hinted at something far more sinister. Some observers noted that the injuries appeared consistent with an impact from an enormous, invisible force. Whispers of secret military experiments began to circulate. More outlandish explanations involved UFO encounters or confrontations with entities not of this world. To this day, the true events of that fateful night remain shrouded in mystery. All that's left are haunting photographs taken by the hikers themselves, the chilling image of a tent torn apart from within, and the frozen remains of 9 young adventurers who met an inexplicable and terrifying end. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, as it came to be known, continues to perplex and fascinate. It stands as a cold case locked in the snow, challenging us to unravel its secrets. What did those 9 individuals witness in the desolate mountains? What force was so terrifying that it drove them to flee into certain death? The timeline of events only adds to the intrigue. On February 1st, the group had set out on what was meant to be a challenging but manageable trek. Led by Igor Dyatlov, an experienced mountaineer, they were well prepared and in high spirits. Their last known photographs show them smiling, unaware of the horror that awaited. It wasn't until February 26th that a search party finally located their abandoned tent. The discovery sparked immediate concern. Why would skilled outdoorsmen leave the safety of their shelter in such deadly conditions? The answer, it seemed, lay in the frantic tracks leading away from the camp. Following these tracks, searches first found the bodies of Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonashenko near the remains of a small fire. They were shoeless and wearing only underwear. Over the next few months, the remaining 7 bodies were recovered, each discovery more perplexing than the last. The positions and conditions of the bodies told a story of desperation and inexplicable terror. Some appeared to have died from hypothermia, while others showed signs of extreme physical trauma. Most bizarrely, traces of radioactivity were detected on some of their clothing. As news of the incident spread, so did speculation. The Soviet government's tight control of information only fueled wild theories. Some locals spoke of strange lights in the sky on the night in question. Others recalled unusual military activity in the area. Decades later, the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to captivate the imagination of amateur sleuths and professional investigators alike. Modern attempts to solve the mystery have employed advanced forensic techniques and computer simulations, yet a definitive explanation remains elusive. The case serves as a chilling reminder of nature's power and the limits of human understanding. It forces us to confront the possibility that there are forces at work in our world that defy conventional explanation. As we ponder the fate of those 9 brave hikers, we're left with a series of haunting questions. What unspeakable terror could drive experienced mountaineers to abandon the safety of their tent? What could inflict such devastating injuries without leaving a trace? And perhaps most disturbingly, could it happen again? The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains unsolved, an enigma frozen in time. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of mystery, daring us to ask, what secrets do the mountains still hold? And are we prepared for the answers we might find?